January 22nd. Hope you all had a great weekend. Quick recap on our slips over the weekend. Our NFL slips went 4 of 5 and 3 of 5. Our NBA slip 5-man yesterday went 3 of 4. We had that one DNP, so we made some profit off of that. My 2-man for the Latter Day Challenge today for day one of those props has been taken off. It was Julian Champagnie from the San Antonio Spurs. I did take his points and rebounds. They took him off. And I did pair it up with my second favorite, which was Isaiah Stewart. And I did take his fantasy score at 22, which was recently bumped to 21.5 up to 22. I still think he's going to go well over. I think he's going to be in the mid-20s. In his past 10 games, he's gone over 8 of those 10 when his fantasy score is at 21 or higher. Last time we took him, he did cash for us. He was at 19.5. Going against Milwaukee, he did not play against last matchup, which was 2 days ago, I believe. But that is my top pick. If Julian pops up, I did take his points and rebounds, or you can take his fantasy when it gets posted. So let's get started on the 5-man, and I'm going to go with Trey Jones fantasy. And he's hit in his past 5 of 5. Past 10, he's hit 9 of 10. And I'll be taking his fantasy score at 26.5 to go over. Next up I'm taking is Keegan Murray. Last time we did take Keegan Murray, he did cash for us. We'll be taking his fantasy score at 31. He's gone over 4 of those 5, 8 of the past 10 when his fantasy score is 30 or higher. Should be a high fast-paced game against the Hawks. The Hawks are missing Trey Young, so I have Keegan Murray going over his fantasy. Next up on target is Tobias Harris, and we'll be taking his fantasy score at 33. The only worry about this game is it might be a blowout against the Spurs, but usually if it is a blowout, they usually take out Maxey or Embiid. So I'll be taking Tobias Harris over fantasy, as I think he'll stay on the floor longer. And my last leg I'm going to be taking, I actually have 2 more picks. Given the fact that I don't have the pair for that 2-man, is Brook Lopez. And I'll be taking his PRA at 21.5. As you can see, his last game just 2 days ago against Detroit, he had 33, but he's been averaging in the mid-20s. So I'll be taking him over, just in case if it is a blowout. Usually I won't target Giannis in a blowout against Detroit. So Brook Lopez will most likely stay on the floor. And my next one will be Wendell Carter. And I'll be taking his points at 12.5. Daily Grind Fantasy has his fantasy score under, which I'm kind of worried about. But his points, he's been consistent. His minutes have been going up. So against Cleveland, it should be a good matchup. He should stay on the floor long since Orlando doesn't have much size. Wendell Carter is a good rebounder, so I think he'll stay on the floor. Points, been averaging mid-15, 16. I mean, he can go up to 25 against a good matchup against Philadelphia. So I have his points. You can take a gamble on his fantasy score. I did take his fantasy score on another slip, but his points has a higher hit rate. So I'll be taking his points. So this is a good 6-man. But just keep in mind, Isaiah Stewart is my favorite. That is my day 1 of the Latter Day Challenge, which I paired with Julian. But these are all good props that I like. You guys can mix and match, pick your favorite. I say you guys break them down into 2 or 3-mans, but this is a good 6-man slip that I like. So mix and match, pick your favorites. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.